Hmm. Hello. How's everyone doing? That's empty. Just hanging out. Maybe gonna watch some videos or maybe we'll play a game. I was thinking about playing some Tekken 8. The only thing is the um I don't have a cable connected to my PC right now. I have one connected to my PS5 and I have Tekken 8 on there as well, but I don't really like streaming on my PS5. So maybe I won't. What are we gonna play or watch? How do you live stream yourself watching videos on YouTube? I mean, you're gonna want to get OBS and then like download OBS, and then you would want to go over here and go to like live, and then you'd have to set some shit up. It's a whole process. It's been a while since I've set it up, so it'd be a lot to explain. But OBS is the easiest thing, and then you'd set it up and connect your YouTube to it. There's videos on it too. Yeah, yeah, I've watched videos on it. I'm not that tech savvy, but I figured it out. And then I just got a webcam that I could use. Yeah. It's not that hard. As long as you got all the equipment for it, it's really not that bad. But it's pretty chill. How's your day? How's your day going, bro? Going good? Yeah. I'll look you up. This you? DJ Dylan? You want me to watch one of your videos? Hip hop dancer. You got Let's Plays on here. You got Rings of War. Isn't this Elden Ring? it's Kratos.
Hey, yo, what is up, guys? DJ Dylan in the house. It's actually been a while since I haven't made a Faded video, but it feels great to be back. And today, this is a very special video because today we are going to be playing as Kratos from God of War in Elden Ring, and we got a special guest today that we're talking to the party. We got Betty Infinity and the Bunnies. Say hi, guys.
Hi. Hello. Hiya. Hey.
You a big Elden Ring guy? I've played it quite a bit. I never beat it though. I have beat Sekiro. That's the only Souls-like game I've really beaten, other than like the non-FromSoft ones I've played, which was first Berserker, and I played Lies of P. And then I've beaten Sekiro. I was thinking about playing some Batman. You got anything you'd want me to play from this list? We got Batman, Blaze Blue, Devil May Cry, First Berserker. We got FNAF over here. Five Nights at Fuck Boys. Portal 1 and 2. Tekken 8. That's just what's downloaded. I got a lot more on here. We got COD, Black Ops 3, World at War, Cold War, FNAF. Yeah, I could play FNAF. I never beat it. I think I was on night 4. I'll play some Five Nights at Freddy's. I never played 2, 3, or 4. Actually, that's not true. I think I played the demo for 3 years ago. Continue night 1. I can 100% was further. Oh well, we'll do new game. I guess I can turn the lights out for spookiness. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, family pizzeria, looking for security guard to work the night shift, 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. I am not the fast enough reader. Whew. Oh shit! Why is it showing like that? Hold on now. I may have to edit something. Game capture. That is so weird. Hold on, give me 1 sec. I don't know why. FNAF always does this. It doesn't full screen. I don't know why it does this. Let me see if there's a... That is so weird. I don't know why it does that. Because I got it all set up right. I don't know why. I guess I could still play it, but it's gonna have those black borders on it. It looks normal for me on my screen, but for some reason when it's like on there, it has black borders. I don't know why it does that. It's so weird. I don't know if there's a way to fix it, but I guess I could just do this. Yeah, monitor cameras, ensure safety of equipment and animatronic characters, not responsible for injury, dismemberment. $120. It's $120. Oh, why is it bordered? Oh, it looks so terrible. I'm looking at it. It looks so bad. All right, it's fine. I'm sure you'll forgive me, or you'll just leave and you'll tell your friends how much cringe I am. I'm terrible. Oh God, there's a cupcake right there. He's looking into my soul, looking right into my hole. I'll look into your holes first, bro. Hey, bro.
Hello. I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night.
Hey, look who it is. It's Freddy, it's Chica, and it's Bonnie.
My last week now, as a matter of fact. So, I know
they all left. I knew they would. The fucking black borders are terrible. I don't blame them. They all left. This is tragic. Maybe if I put my face right here, they'll stay next time. Lords of Shadow. Classic video game. I love Lords of Shadow. That's a good game. Let me check my Xbox thing. I'm gonna look at my Game Pass. My pass some games and round my ass. You know what I'm saying? Tell me why he ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why. Deathloop. I do need to play that eventually. I need to play Hi-Fi Rush. Nine Souls I've been wanting to play. Hold on. Oh, why did I click my library? I meant to click Game Pass. I was like, why the fuck is it so short? Among Us. Oh my god, it's Among Us. It's Among Us today. I can't believe it. What is Back to the Dawn? I'm a furry. I'm not a furry, I promise. Actually, this art style doesn't look bad. What is this though? Is this beat 'em up? What is this? Story driven survival? I don't even know what this is. RPG set in a high security prison. That's a cool idea, I guess. That's a neat idea. It's not a bad idea, in my opinion. Crime scene cleaner. Cleaner than a wiener. Ha 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 ha. Ooh, Xenoverse 2 classic. Classic game. I was just playing Sparking Zero a minute ago. Not on here, on my PlayStation. Half-Life. Do people like the first Half-Life? I have no idea. I really have no idea. I assume they do. Actually, this doesn't look bad. How old is this? 1998. Oh shit. Came out just a few months after I was born. Shit, bro. Maybe I'll download this. I'll play Half-Life. I've heard these games are incredible. Do I have any scary games? I do got Resident Evil 7. I do like myself some Resident Evil 7. I do tell you what. I like myself some Resident Evil 7. I like myself some Resident Evil Village. Classic video games. Witcher 3. More like Witcher P, am I right? Haha. I feel like I want to play a horror game though. Not that. Go to Hold on. Is he oh shit, what got taken down? Oh no, something got taken off here? That's tragic. What about Mortuary's Assistant? I heard that was pretty good. Yeah, this game looks good. Shinobi Art of Vengeance looks classic. Comic Star Heroine, that's super cheap right now. Yeah, there it is. 25 bucks. That's not bad. 25. That's really not bad at all. Ooh, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 1 and 2. I've considered it. I might wait for a sale though. Red Dead 2 for 15 bucks. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. The hidden ones. Did anybody even get to play this game? It looks cool. I ain't gonna lie, it looks cool. It looks neat. People were glazing it. They're saying it's going to be the best thing since sliced bread, but I don't know, man. I really like sliced bread. It's pretty good for sandwiches and shove it up my ass. Isadora's Edge. This game looks good. This game looks amazing. Tail's Edge looks good. Tokon Fighting Souls looks great. Call of Juarez Gunslinger is a great game. Wait, which one is Isadora's? Oh, it's this one. I was thinking, when I saw it, I was thinking of Shade Protocol. I got it mixed up. They both look good, but Shade Protocol looks really fucking good. Crowsworn, God, that game looks good. Titanfall 2. Revenge of the Boogaloo. Threads of Time. When are we gonna get this game? This game legitimately looks incredible, dude. This game looks so fucking good, dude. The art style, the combat, the environments, dude. This game looks actually fucking insane. I'm looking forward to that one so much. Which fire? There's fires everywhere. We got to put them out. Well, which fire? Which fire are we going to put out? Huh? That's terrible. I know that was bad. This chick's got a big booty and a big butt. I saw this game. $25. Yeah, look. God damn. Why are her titties so big? Oh my God. Yeah, look at this. This game is made for me. She has a gun. She's got big. God, look at the titties jiggling. You got the jiggle physics. Yeah, but wait till she crouches down though. Oh my God, dude. Jesus. Chrono Trigger. Classic. Star of Providence. Didn't I was gonna say Big Mode is part of this. I was thinking about playing this, but I don't know. And then this game looks cool. This looks like a fun game to play. It looks like it art style wise and everything. It looks super fucking generic, but like mechanically, it looks really fun. And what more can you ask for? Am I right? Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z. What was on here, bro? That's what I want to know. Apparently, one of my wish listed games got fucking removed. I want to know what it was. Even Pirate Software's game is trash. Oh no. I have no idea. Oh, this video is classic. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers looks good. Say any new good horror games. I don't want upcoming. I want like what's already out. Hey, it's this guy. This guy's fun. This guy's funny. What is it? What you got here, bro? Blast him. What the fuck?
Good loot.
Oh no.
Good
Hold on,
loot.
go back to him. What is the game? Can I look at your comments to find out what the game is? Or did it not load properly? I kind of want to play a horror game. I just don't know what to play. I don't own many horror games on here. Ill looks fucking sick. Literally. And maybe I'll just take an idea from you, King Wools.
A few of you guys have actually brought it up in the chat today, which is cool. Bro, this looks horrifying. All right, chat, start saying hi to YouTube here. YouTube, welcome back. We got a pretty hyped up brand new horror game today, and this... So we're just starting off the...
Master.
What's the game? This is my fault for skipping.
In the description that I'm kind of nervous for. Oh, state one I am very excited for. It looks like our style of game. It involves a gas station. Let's do it. All right, oh, I just saw a word in the description that I'm kind of nervous for. Hold back. Oh wait.
I read the thing. It said Wools, you get canceled for this. He shot a black guy. I don't know what the game is. I'm a little impatient. Phasmophobia. I've not played that game. Death Stranding. Silent Hill 2. What is this? Free to play. It looked like it was turn-based. Oh, I don't know. Never mind. Outer Wilds. I've heard Outer Wilds is pretty good. Okay, people really like this game, it seems like. Might come back to you. We'll see. Who the fuck is gonna buy Demon Slayer 2? I watched the new features trailer for this game. It's just the first game with like a couple new things. Like the first game isn't that fun to play. It's fucking boring. It's not that deep of a game. It's not complex at all. It's a stupid fucking arena fighter. Like it's a little bit of fun for a while, I guess, but then it just fucking like drops off. Also, what is Expedition 33 doing on horror? It's not really scary at all. It's a beautiful game. I mean, I guess it's got a couple parts that are dark. I don't know. I feel like I'd be really stretching to call that a horror game at all. You know, even if only a little bit. You know, it's like if I called Uncharted 1 a horror game because there's that one part on the ship. That's hard. That part's scarier than anything in Expedition 33. Yeah, I've been thinking about it, man. I've been thinking about this. I love Castlevania. It's my shit. Rondo of Blood, best one. Goated. Throat goat. Stray. I mean, I didn't beat Stray, but okay, maybe it's horror later. I don't know. Kind of looks like Castlevania a little bit. I don't see a whip though.
The company is hiring. You'll have your very own.
It's
7 disturbing videos captured on Ring/doorbell cameras. Ooh, spooky night, baby.
been a long year since I've done a Ring cameras video, and as it turns out, people are still creeps and a lot of
Yeah.
new videos have surfaced. So
The
let's look at
fuck?
some of them. This first video is a very real and grisly reminder that danger can be following you anywhere at any time, even to your front door. And it can be a lesson, especially for women, to be alert of your surroundings, especially before opening your front door.
Oh, that is creepy as fuck. Bringing her kid inside. This fucking weirdo is following her. Oh, is that Agent 47? Oh, dude, you're just a target. He's not trying to, like, do nothing weird to you. He's just trying to kill you. That's fucking freakish. This is why you need a gun. I don't know where maybe this is in Canada, but I live in America. You can get fucking blasted if you try some shit like this. You run up on my fucking doorstep. Don't take your mask off, man. You don't be stupid.
As you just saw, a mother holding her infant daughter unknowingly leads a man to her front door and was mere seconds away from him getting inside.
That's fucking creepy.
As the man approaches the driveway, you can see him pulling up the mask over his face to
Thank God he's got his trucker hat on. Otherwise, we'd never be able to tell who he was.
conceal his identity, clearly with premeditated intentions.
Yeah.
As the man walks up the driveway, the daughter takes notice to him as the mother is still completely oblivious to
Yeah, always watch your fucking surroundings. We don't know what this guy was trying to do. He could have been trying to do something to her, or he could have been just trying to rob her. Either
the
way.
approaching threat. Luckily, she makes it inside and shuts the door in time. She only realized what had just happened after looking through the terrifying Ring footage. The woman made a report to the police as soon as she saw the footage, and what the police said was disturbing. There had been a series of reports of a brutal and violent rapist in the area who had been targeting women and children. It's suspected that he and this man were the same person.
Yeah,
No
probably.
sane person leaves their house with a full
And now we know it's a white guy.
face mask such as this one if they're not knowingly about to commit a serious crime and want to conceal their identity. The woman in the video just may have saved her and her child's life just by the skin of her teeth. If you're not convinced of just how often this kind of thing happens, here's a similar video. A young college-age looking girl is coming home, letting herself into her house. Not even 5 seconds after she enters the home, 2 large men step on the porch, and the one in front immediately tries to open the door.
The fuck? This shit just makes me mad, you know? Like, this terrifies women. This just pisses me off. The fucking audacity to be going around acting like this. You fucking freaks.
Some people think the men looked genuinely confused and may have had the wrong house. However, the short window of time between the girl entering the house and the men stepping on the porch would have definitely allowed them to see the girl.
Yeah.
You'd think anyone who just tries to open the door to a house surely must know they have the right house, or at the very least, know who lives in the house. It could also be argued that when the man turns to his friend behind him, he's making mention of the camera, and so he pretends to think he has the right house by sticking around and knocking, despite the obvious screams from the girl inside as she notices the men at the door. It seems they only run off after the girl starts screaming, "We're calling the police."
That's so fucking creepy, dude. I mean, I guess it's possible they just had the wrong house and they didn't see the girl. I don't know. I don't give people that benefit of the doubt, though.
So unlike the first video, there's no 100% proof of whether these guys had bad intentions or not. Whether they were trying to grab the girl, or if they genuinely had the wrong house, is up for debate, as there's no further info on this video. If it is the second one, still, everything about the men's actions was sketchy.
Yeah.
In this video, on the other hand, what's going on couldn't be more clear. In the early morning
Trying to break
hours
in?
on October 16th,
He a robber?
in Kent, Washington, a couple seen returning home. The husband is seen unlocking the door, and seconds later, as the man's wife follows behind, she turns her head to a gun-wielding suspect chasing behind her. She acts quickly and runs inside, locking the front door. The suspect then spots the Ring camera and hits it repeatedly with his gun, effectively breaking the device.
I don't think that gets rid of the footage, dude. I'm pretty sure it's all saved. I don't have a Ring. I shouldn't say that.
It's at this time that you can notice a second man there as well.
I'm gonna get one.
The couple spent their night at a casino, and for this reason, the wife believes the two men followed them home from the casino, hoping to rob them of any of their winnings. Fortunately, they made it inside safely. The suspect with the gun was identified by police as 18-year-old Al Hussein Drameh, and he was arrested on October 26th. He faced multiple charges, including burglary in the first degree, and he pleaded not guilty to all of them. With this
they got
fourth
him.
video, we move to something a little more paranormal. This was caught on a TikToker named Nolan Brock's indoor Ring security camera while he was sleeping on the couch. At 1:39 in the morning, he's awoken to the pantry doors opening and some kind of cracks or bangs coming from either inside the pantry or from the doors themselves. With the fan running, the thought of it being a draft wasn't out of the question per se. He ignored it
I
and
wouldn't
tried
say
to go back
that.
to sleep. But 4 minutes later, at 1:43, this happened.
That is freaky.
One of the doors is aggressively yanked shut. And this officially removes any possibility of a draft being the cause of the doors moving. It's safe to assume he slept in his bed the rest of the night.
He probably didn't even sleep the rest of the night.
This next video also comes from inside of a house instead of the front.
You think he fucking slept after that? Nah, he's like, there's either a ghost or a burglar in my fucking house.
Porch. And this one can play on one of the biggest fears of a lot of people, and that is someone lurking around your house as you sleep.
Yeah.
In Wichita, Kansas,
I mean, I've heard a lot of stories of people like living in the walls of houses, you know. It's not a thing that's never happened.
a family's Ring cameras captured some terrifying video footage of a stranger standing directly over sleeping 15-year-old Anaya Robinson at around 2:30 a.m. on a Friday night. This was the footage captured. Anaya said once she opened her eyes, she felt like she was in a scene from a horror movie, seeing somebody sitting over her, watching her that she didn't know. Anaya rushed to her mother Angel's room, screaming there's somebody in the house, and after being jolted awake, Angel made sure her 2-year-old daughter and Anaya were safe in a room before calling the police. Wichita police responded quickly, but the intruder was already gone. It's likely the boy entered the house simply through the front door.
Nah, he just got the wrong house. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal.
Luckily, the Ring cameras clearly caught his face, and using this footage, the police acted on a tip and were able to arrest a 14-year-old boy whose name was not released. The boy faced aggravated burglary and theft charges.
Hey, you can tell he's a kid.
In November 2021, A woman reported on Twitter that a creepy-looking man had been
The
standing
fuck?
outside of her apartment almost
Is he a midget? You a little person? Kind of short.
every night for an entire month. She included a few of the videos caught by her Ring camera, and it shows the man creepily standing there for extended periods of time, facing her door.
Oh.
At certain points, he can be heard speaking.
Dog's fucking around with shit. That is so fucking creepy.
But what he says is impossible to hear. The woman resorted to posting this on Twitter after her complaints to the police apparently fell on deaf ears.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's not much you could do. You're in like a hotel, and the guy's just kind of like looking at your door. It's really creepy, but it's not like he was banging on your door or trying to get in. So it's really creepy and weird. Maybe he was just fucking drunk, but yeah, there's probably not much the cops can actually do legally.
It was a few days after her initial post that she posted an update stating that her
I am safe for now. I have friends and family here that confronted him, so hopefully he stays away. Since my post has went viral last night, security did 2 routines throughout the night. Thank you everyone for the continued support.
friends and family confronted the man, which seemingly got him to stop.
Yeah, I would have fucking done
Additionally,
it
the
too.
post going viral prompted
Dude, if I had a family member, sister, daughter, whoever, and they showed me this video of someone like creeping at their door, yeah, I'd fucking be like, hey, you better fuck off, dude. I get super aggressive with them. You don't be nice to these people. Do not be nice to these people because they'll think they can keep doing it.
her building security to do an additional routine throughout the night. I can't seem to find her Twitter profile anymore, so there don't appear to be any updates on the matter. And in this last video, an El Paso resident's Ring camera catches what appears at first to be a woman in danger seeking help at their front door in the middle of the night. But this may be a much more sinister situation than that.
Was that video from the beginning?
At first, the woman appears to be in distress, possibly on the run from someone, crying and pleading for help. But things start getting suspicious when she hides anytime a car is approaching.
'23. A little over 2 years ago.
Is she hiding from a specific person chasing after her? Or is she perhaps trying to not be seen from any passerbys?
I mean, I would think the former is my guess. But who's to say, right? Is it gonna get weirder than this, or is it just a scared woman? Because if this is all it is, I'm not gonna be like...
After the neighbor's driveway light turns on, a car's headlights approach from the right, and she's seen casually walking away, presumably to get in that unseen car, perhaps because her driver was growing paranoid that too much attention was being drawn, so they needed to leave. Now you could say that's just a far-fetched theory of mine, but a month later, El Paso police arrested a woman who was charged with burglary of habitation. That woman was Krista Nicole Cordeaux. The woman in the video looks identical to the woman in this mugshot. The charge this woman faced is defined as the act of entering any building illegally with the plan to do something serious, such as harming the owner, damaging property, or
Hold on. Give me 1 second. I feel like my dog's fucking with something. I'm hearing something. I'm over here. I'm watching this freaking video and I feel like I'm hearing shit. No, it's just my dryer being loud, banging around. All right. I was getting paranoid from the video. I'm like, oh no, now I have a burglar.
Were stealing. Suddenly, the prospect that this woman could have been trying to trick an unsuspecting person into opening their door doesn't seem so far-fetched.
No, yeah, that's possible.
As always,
That's
keep
definitely
your doors
happens.
locked and be careful who you open them to.
Ooh, spooky. Ooh, 3 very scary true summer night horror stories. Caught by campers in the woods. Ooh. We could do this one next. I used to love watching Mr. Nightmare. This is my shit, man. This ain't like new, is it? That's a year old. Okay, we're good. I don't like watching too new of videos because I don't want to. Obviously, I'm not going to steal any views from anyone. I'm like a fucking 100 sub channel, but still, I don't want to.
Yes, the fear of the woods or forests. A large chunk of the population exhibits at least a partial form of this phobia, and the reason for that isn't so surprising. Being out in the middle of a forest at night naturally can bring out an innate fear we have programmed into us that's meant to keep us alive.
Yeah, dude, it's freaky. Not having civilization near us. I remember being like, I was in Boy Scouts, and there was plenty of times where like we'd be in the woods, you know, because I started pretty young. I was in Cub Scouts, and then I went into Boy Scouts. There'd be times where we just got like flashlights and stuff, and we're walking through the woods, and there's a possibility that we're lost, and then you get to that like kind of civilization area of like more like lights and everything, and it's such a relaxing feeling in comparison. You know, it's so stressful to think that you're lost. You're like, fuck, where do I go? Being lost is freaky. And then just the isolation of like not knowing if you could get attacked by an animal or whatever else, right? It's just freaky.
That fear can stem from the darkness of the woods itself, or rather what may be hiding in the darkness.
Yeah.
Be it wild animals, or
Like,
sometimes even worse,
like P.
other
Diddy.
humans. These are some instances caught on video
P.
of
Diddy could
campers
be out there
realizing
trying to
they may not be
diddle
alone in
you.
the middle of the woods. Starting with this video, we see a group of friends out in the middle of the woods on a camping trip, where they were drinking by the fire and having a good time. The group started hearing strange noises in the not-so-far distance, noises that started with loud bangs and then turned into something more disturbing. When the sounds kept happening, one of the men decided to start recording, and this was the video he captured.
So they're drinking and they start hearing banging.
You hear that? Get Trevor. Austin, get the light.
God, this quality is fucking terrible. We're not gonna be able to see anything. What the fuck?
Hey!
Someone just making noise? It sounds like someone's just fucking with him. That's what it sounds like.
Where's that coming from?
It's a banshee.
Get my keys. Oh, get ready.
This is why you need to have a gun. I said this about the last video. You have people running up on you and shit. You need a gun to defend yourself with.
Everybody, get in my truck.
As you just heard, the unknown bangs in the distance were followed by strange animalistic grunts and calls. There is definitely a human element to the vocals, but the
Yeah.
sheer volume and power behind the vocals, especially taking into consideration how significantly diminished the audio can become in the recording process, is what creates the question of whether these vocalizations were actually made by humans or not.
That's definitely a person. I have no question about that. That's definitely a person doing it. It's not a fucking...
The sounds also appear to be coming from more than
I think maybe it's a bear What do you guys think? We think it's a fucking bear or a koala or even a koala bear?
And one source, as one call sounds much closer than the other. The bangs are also very questionable.
Ding, ding, ding.
There's clearly a lot of power behind whatever the bangs are, and if the
Yeah.
bangs were to be coming from a tree being hit with something by a human, the quick speed of
It doesn't sound like they're hitting something else. It sounds like they're hitting something more hollow than a tree. I don't think they're hitting a tree.
the bangs would be shocking to say the least. The bangs do seem to resemble a kind of drumming sound, but that only opens the door to more questions, such as who and why would anyone be banging on drums in the middle of the woods at night? Whatever
Yeah,
the
it's a
sounds were,
tribe.
the group
They're
of
gonna
friends
get you.
made the right call getting back in the truck and getting out of there as quickly as possible.
Some kind of tribe out there gonna get you.
Similarly,
war
in this
drums.
next video, another YouTuber is sitting by his campfire at his campsite at the Fairy Lake, Quebec, at some unknown hour in the night when he hears sounds out in the distance. Choosing to investigate,
I want to be able to see something, man. Hearing stuff is neat, but I want to see something weird. You know, whether it's paranormal or it's just some fucking asshole with a freaking Mickey Mouse Clubhouse butt plug coming out of his ass. He just chases you around. I don't know what's scarier, to be honest.
the man walks through the pitch black woods with the only light being from his flashlight.
Let's see how this place looks like without any lights. Pitch black. Imagine
Yeah.
being out here.
That's usually what happens
This is
when you
one
don't
of
have
the
light.
creepiest forests I've ever been. And I'll be spending the night here. I'm not sure if you guys ever seen the Blair Witch Project, but
Yeah,
damn,
I've
this
seen
is
it.
just giving me Blair Witch Project vibe.
Hot take. I'm not afraid of that movie at all. My freaking my aunt showed me that movie. She was convinced that it was like it's a found footage movie, but she was convinced it was like actual found footage. They weren't actors. It was just like, oh, we actually found this footage, and then they compiled it into a movie and released it. No, it's fake. It's not. They're actors. I'm sorry. Sorry to spoil the fun. And I didn't think it was
Moments
very
after
scary
stating
either.
How familiar this environment is to the Blair Witch Project.
I'm just too.
This happens.
Someone standing at the edge of a corner.
Oh, fuck. Oh, hi. What the hell? I need to get out of here.
A high-pitched voice calls out from the darkness of the woods, "I see you." It sounds like it could have been a child. The man behind the camera
No, that is not. What are you talking about? That does not sound like that was a child. That sounds like a person just doing a high pitched voice. What are you speaking of, sorcerer? I don't know why I called him a sorcerer, but he is the Mister of Nightmares.
acknowledges the possibility that it could have been another camper. However, he also mentions that he'd been in these woods many times and had never seen anyone else in them.
Yeah.
Furthermore, if it was another camper, it would be an incredibly creepy thing to call out to someone else in the woods.
It is.
Knowing the kind of
It is
fear it would
creepy.
likely instill in anybody. The man made it back to his campsite afterwards and didn't hear the voice ever again.
I don't want to be like too much of a skeptic, but that could also just be like he told his buddy to like yell that out. But maybe that's not the case.
Another form of camping is car camping, usually done in a truck, van, or larger vehicle. Car camping can provide an added sense of security over a tent for a multitude of reasons. In the following video, a young man named Noah took his truck out to Sun River,
Noah.
Oregon, where he found a deserted road alongside the woods. Noah decided to take his truck down this road and park it there for the night, where he would sleep. He thought this would be a perfect place to camp out since no one else would be around, but he was mistaken.
Yeah.
At some point in the night,
Steve Buscemi's
Noah
out
was
there.
awoken to sounds outside of his truck, which was when he started recording on his GoPro.
I'm currently sleeping in the back of my truck right now. I don't even know what time it is. And there's someone walking around my truck right now. If you can hear that, it's pretty loud. He's been walking around for like 20 minutes already. My gun's in my cab though. I don't really know what to do. I'm a little freaked out.
See, it's not enough to have a gun, dude. You gotta have your gun on you. You gotta have it accessed.
right now, and it's like pitch black outside, probably like 2 in the morning, and he just keeps walking around, and he's like really close to my truck. I've never been this scared, and like this doesn't make any sense because I parked somewhere where you couldn't see, no one was on that road. He's literally knocking. He's literally knocking on my truck. The canopy, the back door's locked. I've never been this scared before ever. I don't think he knows that there's anyone in here. I'm so scared right now. I wish I brought my gun back here. He keeps walking around. I don't get it. I'm like, how is he not? I've noticed. Doesn't make any sense.
This is actually freaky as fuck. I would be so terrified. You just knock back, bro. You just knock back at him. You test him. Be like, I'm the fucking one in charge, dude. Don't you fucking knock at me. I will knock back. I am the one who knocks, you little piece of shit.
We'll see. He's literally peeking through the door right now. I've never been this scared ever.
Maybe he's a police officer.
So, the current time is 2:30 in the morning right now. He's still walking around my truck. I'm gonna try to see if I can flash my light to get him scared. There he is.
Throughout the video, someone can be heard rubbing their fingers against the glass of the truck, and then at multiple points, there's a tapping on the glass too. The video then cuts to the next day, where Noah can see exactly what the person outside of his truck was doing. Hand marks all along the back windshield, which suggests the person was trying to wipe away the dirt on the glass to get a look inside the truck. So Noah wasn't as alone in those woods as he thought he would have been. But luckily he was in the safety of a locked vehicle as opposed to a tent.
Handprints there, a lot of scratches, stuff like that. Dragging his finger on my side of my truck. Well, looks like to be trying to get inside my truck. More handprints trying to get in my truck. At least the back canopy was locked, but yeah, that was the result.
Always lock your cars, fellers. Man, I'll be at work eating in my car. I keep that shit locked. Just in case some fucking weirdo comes and like pulls the door open, tries something. It's never happened.
Another
but
instance
you never
of
know.
someone having an unexpected visitor while car camping comes from the YouTube channel Asleep 5 Decades. This time it's a woman named Lisa in her van camping out overnight. Lisa nicknames her van the Dream Machine, which she travels in. She was awoken from a deep sleep around 4:30 in the morning to a knocking on her van, right by her head. There were 3 sets of knocks, each set with 3 knocks, and by the 3rd set of knocks, she pulled out her phone and started recording.
Somebody's back here again. I hear footprints. Hello? How can I help you? It's 4:30 in the morning. I don't feel safe. Who are you?
The man knocking on the van can be heard saying, "I have a question for you." For someone to approach a woman's van at 4:30 in the morning, knowing she's inside of it and saying, "I have a question for you," is as big of a red flag as can be.
Yeah.
Lisa then peeks out the front of her van to see a car parked way down the road with its headlights on. Likely the car the person knocking on the van arrived in.
Why'd you park that far down?
So I quietly got up and I went to the front and I peeked out and parked way up on the drive. All I could see is like headlights.
That's pretty far away.
And then they backed out.
Did you run out of
So
gas?
left.
Whether there was someone else in the car or not is unknown. The next morning, Lisa finds large boot marks in the snow right outside her van. It's very possible the man outside of her van tried to enter the van only to realize it was locked. Luckily, Lisa had the doors locked, but after something like this happens, if you're in a vehicle, it would be best to get behind the wheel and drive somewhere else immediately. Fortunately for Lisa, things didn't go south this time.
Yeah, you
In
got
this
lucky,
last
bro.
video, YouTuber Ads Ventures takes his stealth camper van out to the woods in honor of Halloween night. He brings his van as close to the woods as he can before he has to continue into the woods on foot.
Here for now. Unfortunately, this is the closest that we can get to the woods. We can't take the van any further, but I will be going in there on foot.
Alongside the woods is an...
Damn, he doesn't even get to sleep in your vehicle? Like the other two? They were secure.
old church house and cemetery that he has to pass before entering the woods. While he decides to post up and make a latte in the woods, this happens.
You're making a latte? These fucking Australians. Oh shit.
I didn't really think this through. I should have got a saucepan with a lid.
Is a person walking?
An easily missed
Oh god, dude. I don't think I ever would have noticed that. Thanks for the arrow.
Shadow can be seen walking past in the background, and then multiple times he hears sounds not far away, and when he looks off to the distance, small orb-like lights appear at times.
What's that?
Dude, he's a ghost.
I've come up to that bit where the light was just shining. What? He's moved. I'm gonna have to go and check that out.
Yeah, he's on foot.
But most notably, perhaps you missed it, was a silhouette-looking object just briefly exposed by the light.
He's moved. I'm gonna have to go and check that out.
But this might not be the last time this is seen. As he continues to walk, he stops in his tracks as he's sure he sees a person ahead of him in the darkness.
I swear, I keep seeing someone. Hold on. There's no one there. I swear. There was.
Being stalked,
I
bro.
think I'm gonna go this way, to be honest with you.
He's gonna tickle you. You got the fucking tickle monster out there, dude.
Oh. That is a person. I'm not even joking. What the f? I can't see anything. Oh, what was that?
He says he's confident this was a person as he saw them turn around and look at him. Others in the comments suggest it was a mannequin placed there by someone as a Halloween prank.
That does look like a mannequin. But
while others bring up the close proximity to the cemetery and the white orbs and suggest that something paranormal was going on. And of course, there are some people who think it could have been staged as well. But what was really happening in this video is anybody's guess.
Yeah. It did look like a mannequin, in my opinion. It did. It was like super still. The face you couldn't really see. I don't know. Ooh. 4 disturbing real cases of deja vu. 3 disturbing true haunted house horror stories, and then 3 very scary true summer night horror stories. We do haunted house. It's spooky. That reminds me. I've been into a haunted house one time with ex-girlfriend of mine, and I was kind of past the point of like really being scared of this kind of thing. But there was this part where there was just like flickering lights, and there was like a kind of like a Samara Morgan type of like thing going on. If you ever seen like From the Ring with like the hair over the face, but it was clearly like a guy, like a skinny white guy doing it, and he was tall, but he was like walking towards us the whole time. But I was just like holding on to her, walking her, and she's like freaking the fuck out. And one of these motherfuckers, I can't remember what I was dressed up as, but I had like a cape attached to me, like sticking out of my pocket or something, or it was hers, I don't remember. But like some motherfucker grabbed it and wouldn't let go. And then I ended up just having to let go because they wouldn't fucking let go of it. It got like they just had it. And then when I left, I had to be like, hey, someone stole our fucking cape. And they had to go in and get it. Some fucking asshole grabbed it. Dickhead. Story 1 by Mark. Markiplier? Markiplier?
For only
Here?
2 years, there was this pop-up haunted house attraction that would open in October. It was unofficially called Haunted Hill House, because there was some sign that looked like it was
Haunted
bought
Hill
from Party
House.
City or something that was propped in
I don't want to keep pausing, but Haunting of Hill House is a pretty good show. It's on Netflix. I watched that shit like fucking 7 years ago, though, so maybe it sucks.
front by the parking lot, and it said Haunted Hill House. The parking lot wasn't actually a parking lot at all, just grass that was designated as a parking area. This was the year they closed down, and this was the year my friends and I went. I went with Matt, Michael, and Eddie. We went on a Thursday night because we were in college and all of us had Fridays off, so it was definitely quieter than it would have been on a weekend. There was surprisingly no line for the ticket.
Wait, these are actual just about haunted houses though? That doesn't seem as interesting as I thought. We'll keep going.
And when we followed the directions to the entrance, there was only a really short line there. I'd say like 4 people ahead of me. What we didn't realize though, is that they were only letting one person in at a time. We had no idea that was part of this haunted house. If anything, this would make it scarier. We shoved Michael in front to go first. I was second to last before Eddie. Every couple of minutes, they would tell the next person to go in. When Matt went in ahead of me, I actually started to get nervous. I hadn't done a haunted house since I was a little kid and I was with my family. Then it was my turn to go in, as this woman dressed in some bloodied costume opened the door and told me to enter. I stepped through the door, and as it shut behind me, I was in this dark building, lit up mainly by small flashing lights. As I walked through, I was faced with a bunch of gruesome props of mutilated dead corpses and other pretty horrific things. Once in a while, actors dressed in horrific costumes would jump from around corners or through little holes in the walls. And just about every single time they got me, because I'd jump. I was in some dark hallway separating 2 rooms, when I felt something brush up on me from behind.
Oh god. This time it really is P. Diddy. He's fucking getting us.
I let out a short scream as I turned, and in the darkness I could see a tall figure in front of me. I laughed after seeing it, then something I wasn't expecting happened next. The actor started pushing me down this dark hallway. I could hardly see anything. I was going along with it thinking this was part of the attraction. I don't remember how long exactly I was allowing this actor to push me in the darkness, but eventually he stopped and I heard a door close and things went silent. I didn't know what was happening. I still thought this was part of the act, and I was definitely scared because it was pitch black. Then I felt hands grabbing me, but in a very weird way, not in a way that a haunted house actor should. I was being full-on grabbed, and so I pushed the person off and said, "Get the fuck off me, dude." I stood there in silence now. I said, "You're going too far, man. You can't touch people like that," thinking this was still just part of the haunted house act. I waited there, expecting the actor to progress me to the next part of the attraction or just do something, but nothing was happening. Enough time passed now that I knew this wasn't right, and so I took out my phone, even though they told us not to take our phones out at any time during the attraction. I turned on the flashlight and found myself in a storage room with props and janitorial equipment. But I'd be lying if I said that was the first thing I noticed. The first thing that caught my attention was the tall man, standing 3 or 4 feet away from me. He didn't look like an actor at all. He wasn't wearing a costume. He was just wearing all black with a black face mask covering half his face. I looked for the door as I said,
"Oh god, it's Daredevil from the beginning of the show. Fuck, dude, you're screwed. You're just a bad guy."
"What are you doing, dude?" He didn't say anything. He just started making these motions with his arms as if he was acting like he was supposed to be a character. I found the door and left the room. I used my phone flashlight to navigate back down the dark hall the direction we came. When I found the next actor, who yelled at me to turn off my flashlight, I told them I was violated and assaulted by somebody who may or may not work for the attraction, and I wanted to get out of there. I could tell the actor was probably just some teenager not much younger than me, and he didn't know what to do really. He dropped his character act and told me to just keep walking that way and that I'm almost to the end. I asked where his boss would be. He said I'd have to go back to the ticket stand as the little manager's office is attached to the ticket stand. So I continued the rest of the haunted house.
That is really creepy. Like some asshole might have just came into a haunted house and took advantage of like the situation of like, I could probably get away with like doing something to somebody, you know?
Speed walking, making it clear I was just trying to get out.
I don't think it's a part of the attraction.
Minutes later, I was out. I found all 3 of my friends, who were confused how I ended up getting out last. I told them what happened, and then we all went to the ticket stand, and I asked for the manager. The worker said that he wasn't there tonight, but that he'd be back tomorrow. I told the worker about what happened, and she said she would alert the team about it. I requested my money back because of it, and she gave me back my 30. It was the next day that a girl from our college who we all knew posted on Facebook that she was sexually assaulted by someone in the same haunted house the night before, the night we were also there. This was the reason the place was eventually shut down that month.
You know, I bet I know what happened. So this piece of shit, like was just trying to go after people. Didn't realize that he was pushing a guy because he probably made it easy. And then whenever he realized it was a guy that he pushed into the storage room, he just started acting like some fucking character, like trying to play it off, and that's why he didn't do anything else. And then he actually did get like grabbed on a girl or whatever. What a fucking asshole. Yeah, I just want everyone to know that last night I was sexually assaulted at the haunted house attraction by one of their workers who brought me to a secluded room and proceeded to inappropriately touch me no matter how much I yelled at him to stop. We have detectives currently looking into it, but please, I urge everybody to stay away from this place. Absolutely disgusting that something like this could happen. Yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah, someone was trying to do shit.
When I reached out to her on Facebook, it sounded like we had the same exact experience. Only the aggressor got a lot more physical with her. She pressed charges on the owner of the attraction for, I'm assuming, negligence. The attraction staff of course swore that that man who assaulted the two of us didn't actually work there. I'm sure that's the truth, but I don't understand how they didn't have proper security measures in place to prevent something like this from happening.
Yeah, someone fucked up. It seems like. I mean, I've never worked for one haunted house. I don't know. Clearly, it's just a bunch of teens working there. But someone got in.
This was the first and last time I ever went to a haunted house attraction. I live in Fort Worth, Texas.
Ooh,
and every year...
Texas, baby. I'm from Texas. I'm in Texas right now.
There's this big haunted house attraction that opens up. A few of my friends wanted to go this year, and I figured it's time I just finally experience a haunted house. For a little early context, I had a very troubled childhood that's caused me to develop PTSD, but I'll get more into that later. It was a weekend, so nobody wanted to go into this sober. My friend Noah hosted a little pregame for all of us. It was going to be 6 of us, my 3 guy friends and 2 of their girlfriends. We all smoked and drank in Noah's backyard, everyone thinking it would make the experience more fun. We bought our tickets for the attraction on their website while we were pre-gaming. I rarely ever smoked weed because it makes me kind of paranoid.
Ooh, you're a bad kid. You smoked a marijuana. That's the devil's lettuce.
But I guess tonight I wanted to try smoking again and see if I could overcome that barrier. And I felt good, actually. I think the mix of alcohol and weed kind of canceled out the usual negative thoughts I would have from just smoking alone. Eventually, we called an Uber to the attraction, which was like 20 minutes away from Noah's house.
Responsible. They didn't drive. Don't drink and drive, kids. Don't smoke and drive either. It's bad.
There was a half-hour line. The place was pretty busy. We made friendly with the people in line ahead of us. I was pretty cross-faded, honestly, but I wasn't gone. Like, I remember just about everything that happened. When we got to the front, I started feeling a bit woozy, but I didn't say anything to my friends. We entered the haunted house, and from the start, there was a lot of screaming and intensity. The actors were really good, but intense, and it was starting to give me anxiety. I was starting to realize how not okay I was, and how much of a mistake getting high was. One of the haunted house actors must have realized how scared and quiet I looked, and he chose to get in my face trying to scare me, yelling and making noises. I'm not gonna lie, I was starting to internally freak out.
Yeah, he started going, oh, boogly woogly, you know, he started doing all that shit. And when you're high, man, everything can freak you out if you're not used to it.
But I was trying to keep it together in front of my friends. This haunted house was going on for what felt like forever, and in my condition, every single jump scare made me almost shit my pants. All the flashing lights and fog really made this whole experience even more trippy and surreal. We came to this room lit up with an eerie red glow, with a bloodied man dressed as a guy in a suit and top hat yelling at us, part of the act. But behind him, in the corner of the room, was a guy who wasn't dressed as anything. He was just standing there looking at me, into my soul. And as I realized I was looking at the face of my father, I let out a scream straight from my stomach, as I felt every hair in my body stand up. The room went silent.
So guessing his dad is dead?
And my friends looked at me laughing at first, thinking I was joking around. But when they saw I was serious, one of the girls grabbed me and asked what's wrong. I said it's my dad. I pointed to the corner where there was now no one standing. I remember all my friends and the actor being confused, and everyone could tell I was not messing around. My friends knew about my troubled past. There's no one there, one of my friends said. The actor apparently asked my friends if I was okay. I was now in the middle of a full-on panic attack, yelling, I want to leave, I want to leave. Noah left with me through a side exit, and he sat with me while our friends finished the attraction. It wasn't cheap, so I wasn't going to make them all come out with me. As we sat outside the place, Noah told me I shouldn't have smoked so much, as he tried to assure me that my dad wasn't in there. I was just hallucinating. So my father used to abuse my siblings and I. I'm the oldest, so I remember the most of it. He left us and our mom one day and never came back when I was 10. My close friends know about this, to a certain extent, so I didn't have to explain to Noah. When our friends were done, they met us at a Wendy's nearby where I was just trying to eat to help calm me down. I was embarrassed, but my friends didn't judge, thankfully. Not to my face, at least. I went home earlier than everyone else. I didn't want to spoil their nights. When I got home, I knocked out right away, I guess because of how drunk and high I was. That night I was having a nightmare about the scene at the haunted house, and my father, standing in the corner of the room, he was saying, "Wake up, Charlie." And I did wake up. I woke up in my dark room in the middle of the night to see my father, towering over my bed, looking down at me with his eyes open super wide. It was literally this towering 9-foot-tall version of my father, bending down with his body contorting in an impossible way. When I saw it, it took me a few seconds for me to digest what I was looking at and scream straight from my stomach again. My mom came rushing in and turned on the lights, and the apparition was gone. My heart was racing and my blood ran cold. I cried to my mom that I saw Dad. It was one of the most scarring nights of my adult life. I don't touch weed or any substances anymore besides light alcohol, and I'm never going to a haunted house attraction again after that.
That's some bad effects, man. That's tragic. Got a bit of an episode there.
During COVID, I thought it would be fun to get a job at a local haunted house attraction. My friend Marissa was already working there, and she told me they were looking for new actors and actresses. She pulled some strings and got me a job after I met with the owner. There were multiple sections to the haunted house attraction, including 3 haunted houses and the haunted corn maze. On my first day on the job, there was some slight rehearsing my character.
I've only been into a corn maze once, but it was not a haunted corn maze. It was just get out before everyone else. Good job for you. Fuck you. You know.
Just demonstrating my acting skills to one of the supervisors who was on duty. My role for the night was assigned to be a damsel in distress, and this meant I was going to be tied to a pole and yelling at the guests to help me as they walked past me. Of course, all guests would be told before entering not to touch any of the actors or actresses, so they would know not to actually untie me when I'm screaming, "Help me." So before opening time, the supervisor/coordinator Jeremiah walked me to my post. Quite literally my post, because I'd be tied to a wooden post in the corn maze. I was honestly surprised that I actually had to be tied up and not just pretend. I asked how I would go to the bathroom and such. He said there would be short breaks between sessions. He also said there would be another supervisor nearby if I should need anything, which made me feel a little better. Once he walked away, I was left alone. There were a bunch of sound effects and scary ambiance loops echoing through the cornfield from the various speakers hidden throughout the maze. Pretty soon, a little air horn sounded in the distance, indicating that the attraction was open and to get into character. I was nervous but excited. Since I was more so in the middle of the corn maze, it wasn't until a few minutes passed that the first guest would be passing me. I started to put on my best performance as a damsel in distress, so I screamed and fake cried, begging everyone who passed for help, saying he's coming back soon, untie me. Some people would play along and say things back, and I'd improvise responses in character. Everyone was wearing face masks because of COVID, so I couldn't see people's entire faces. Eventually, 2 male guests who looked to be in their 30s walked past looking at me, not saying a word.
They're gonna be fucking creeps. Fucking weirdos. There's too many fucking creeps in this world, man. Just get rid of them all. All the creeps in this world. Just send them all to an island. Just send them all off, you know. Let them do little Hunger Games to each other.
Word. One of them slowed down as he just shot me this gaze with his big eyes that quite honestly creeped me out. They kept walking and disappeared further into the maze. This was around the time I was starting to realize there would be long gaps between guests sometimes. I could suddenly hear someone brushing through the crops nearby. I was wondering if it was a staff member. The guests weren't supposed to stray off the path. I turned completely around and saw 2 men emerging from the crops, towards the pole I was tied to, the same 2 men from before. Something wasn't right. I broke character and said, "You guys can't stray off the path." And then one of them laughed under their mask. And the two men started speaking in some other language, I think Russian. Then one of them walked back to the path, but in the opposite direction that the guests are supposed to go. He just started standing there, keeping watch it seemed, while the other one started to inappropriately grab me. I knew what was happening immediately, and I started screaming bloody murder, saying, "Help, this isn't part of the act." I called out things like I'm being assaulted, and moments later one of the supervisors emerged, seeing if I was okay. By then, the two men had already run away. I was untied and escorted out of the maze. I called my parents, and they insisted I just leave right now. I left, and Jeremiah and one of the other supervisors said I'd be paid for the night, and if I didn't want to come back, they'd understand, but to just keep them in the loop. I wish I could say it was over, though. On my drive home,
It's not fucking over? What the hell else happens?
I was extra cautious to make sure I wasn't being followed. I noticed halfway home that the same white car was behind me the whole time. I started making turns down random streets, and when the white car stayed behind me every single time, I knew I was being followed. I knew I had to find the nearest police precinct, so I typed in police station on Google Maps, and I started driving to it. They followed me the whole way until I pulled into the parking lot of the precinct. Then they kept driving. I never saw the car again. I sat in my car for 10 minutes before finally turning it back on and driving home, confirming every few seconds that I wasn't being followed. I didn't return to work at that haunted house attraction again.
That's fucking creepy, dude. Oh, God. No fucking freaks in this world. Alright, yeah, that's probably where I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you, Mr. Nightmare, for some good shit to react to. Alright. That's gonna be about it. Have a good day.